Hi, I'm Dana Obelman. Welcome to this week's video blog. Today I want to talk a little bit about meal times. I get emails and questions from parents every day who are agonizing over their child's eating habits. And so today I just want you to take a pause, take a deep breath, and try to relax a little bit around your child's diet. I'm going to give you a few tips today that I feel are your responsibility and some tips on what is your child's responsibility. In the Food Sense program, we talk about that a lot, the division of powers, so to speak. And as a parent, your job is to provide some structure around mealtime and appropriate timing for meals. So for example, if we're talking about a 12-month-old, little tummies need food often, and they're not the same as adults. They definitely cannot go for hours without food. They'll get grouchy and aggressive and you name it. So a good rule of thumb is every 2 hours you should be thinking about either a snack or a meal, okay? If you're out and about, that's fine. You don't need to be home for every eating occasion, but make sure you pack some snacks along so that you have the opportunity to offer your child something every 2 hours, okay? If it is mealtime, however, I believe that there should be some structure around that too. I'm not a fan of the child who just, runs around the house and every 5 minutes stops to eat a bite of food. I think we need to teach children to sit down for meals, what that involves as far as a family is concerned, that mealtime is the time for discussion and conversation about the day. These are all great habits to get into at a very early age. So for mealtime, sit down together and have a meal. And that is your job, okay? Your job also is to provide some healthy choices. And by that I mean, if it's snack time, some banana, maybe a few pieces of bread with butter, whatever it is, that's your choice, okay? And a good rule of thumb around choice are three options, okay? Maybe, some raisins, some cheese, and some bread. And that's the snack, or that is the meal, and that is your decision, okay? Now, here's the tricky part. Whether or not your child eats any of it or all of it is up to the child. That is their business, okay? And so that's where the waters get a little muddy. And as parents, we think, oh, he's not eating any of it, or he's only eating the raisins, or he's only eating the cheese. And that's where we get all worried, and we intervene, and we push our will upon our children at this point. But we shouldn't, because all that will teach them is that there's a battle involved when it comes to food, that some foods are better than other foods, and it can cause all kinds of problems, not only with your relationship with your child, but also your child's relationship with food, okay? And my rule of thumb around parenting in any area is that my job is to create human beings that become fabulous adults. And I don't want my kids to have any kind of food issues or negative associations with food or overeat or all the problems that we end up with as adults. So that's my number one rule, is that you have to give your child the power to make some decisions around food. Now that does not mean that every time they ask for something you hand it over. No. If they don't eat anything at the mealtime is over, and now there's no more food until the next scheduled snack or mealtime, okay? That'll teach your child very quickly to monitor his own feelings of hunger and fullness. If he's hungry and he didn't eat anything and he has to wait another 2 hours for something, that will provide an internal consequence that, actually, when things are offered to me, I better make a decision to eat, because I won't be able to again until the next meal. All right, so structure and choice, your job. Eat or not, their job. Thanks for watching today. Sleep well.